This is your official invitation to break the rules. In many of my tutorials, I talk about the importance of knowing what notes you've got available on your handpan, knowing what chord shapes you've got available on your handpan, and I still stand by that. I think it's really useful tool to be able to access quickly the chord shapes and yeah, to know, kind of have a vague idea that this goes up, you know, and this sounds good together and that kind of stuff. But let's break those rules and see what magic comes out of that. So let's say I tell you in a tutorial here on YouTube that our chord, the first chord that we're going to play is this one. It's a D minor. We're going to play note 1, 4, and 6. And on my D kurd, that's a D minor chord. Right? And maybe we arpeggiate it. But this, it's a simple chord, and there are lots of other chords that we can access. And actually, a chord is just a bunch of notes played together. That's all a chord is. It's not a set group of notes. You know, you can name them according to which set of notes you play, but actually you can name any set of notes played together and it's some kind of chord. It's not this is a chord, that's a chord, but something else isn't. This is a chord. It sounds crunchy, but used in the right context, it sounds brilliant, right? Here's some context. No matter what it is, as long as you go by one rule that is really useful is this feeling of coming to home and this feeling of tension and release. If you're going to choose random notes, which actually is something that I literally just did and do a lot of the time, it is helpful to know where home is and where you're going to, and to have an idea of what kind of order of chords sound good together. So what I was just playing was a D minor, a regular D minor, over to a C major, over to this crunchy chord, whatever this is. I don't know what it is. It's probably got a name. In fact, I know it's got a name, but I don't know what the name is. It's cool though. But it's really unbalanced and it's really like, you know? So if I can bring this back to chord 1, I can release. And the reason why that works especially well is because I'm playing chord 1 and then chord 7, right? D, E, F, G, A, B, C, the 7th chord. And chord 7, by very nature, wants to come back around to chord 1 because it's the last chord in the order of the chords, you know? In the D minor scale, you've got D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D. It wants to arrive back at D. So it's already got a little bit of tension, but then you can add this extra tension by doing something crazy, and then you can come back to chord 1. But that can work in a number of contexts, and so I really invite you to explore, yes, playing some of the kind of regular chords, the basic chords that I often teach in these videos, but then break the rules because that's where magic happens, absolute magic happens. There was an example I showed in a video recently where I'm playing this chord, a B flat major, and then maybe something like this. I can't remember exactly what it was, which is already lovely. What if I move out of the chord and play something a little bit rogue, something that would be incorrect if I was trying to play the common chords? Instead of playing the note on the same side of the pan that sounds harmonious, which is the first rule I always teach, notes near each other usually sound good. What if I go to the opposite side of the instrument and throw something a little bit out of the ordinary in there? empty, that's what happens. Is I'm going out of the chord that we expect, 1, 2, and then on the third time or the last time, whatever your phrasing is, bringing it back to the common chord, this B flat major here. So I'm going outside of the chord, suspending the chord in this case. I'm putting an E in there instead of a D. That makes it a B flat sus4. But you don't need to know that, you can pick any note. Right? And then I'm bringing it back to the chord that we usually would expect. And then the same on this F major chord here. I'm choosing the same wrong note to make it interesting, and then bringing it back. Tension, release, right? Tension, release. It goes to where we expect. So my invitation to you is to break the rules, and do it on purpose. And then find your way back to the rules, you know? Do things wrong, because that's where stuff sounds interesting, you know? I think that the problem with tutorials and the problem with teaching any instrument or teaching any creative thing is that there are easy rules to first give away that will very quickly allow people to play beautiful stuff very easily, right? And it's like, here are the main foundations of music, and here are the main things that, you know, most pop musicians use to immediately make their music sound good. This chord, this chord, this chord. And that's the first thing that we all teach. It's the first thing that we all learn. But in doing so, in giving you too many of these rules and too much of this structure, I'm just making you play kind of the expected stuff. And now suddenly everyone's playing stuff on a D kurd that just sounds like a D kurd, you know? But if you break the rules, you can make stuff that doesn't sound like this scale should sound. You know, if you play wrong things, then that's where the character comes out. And if you're not playing the wrong things that have been prescribed to you in the way that I just did, here's my wrong note. If you just do it the same as me, then by effect you're doing it right, right? If you choose your wrong note, and then everybody else is going to choose different things according to their personal taste, and now suddenly you're making music that is truly, truly you. So I really want you to use this opportunity to do stuff wrong, but also to remember this as you follow other tutorials. There's nothing wrong with following tutorials, otherwise I wouldn't make them. But I really encourage you to take the exercises, take the patterns, take the ideas that I offer, play them, and then go, but what if I do this though? You know, and stay curious and find new stuff. Yeah, this is just me geeking out in a video. I hope that was useful to you. I don't know how useful that was. If you want something a little bit more concrete and something to actually follow, then you can follow this tutorial right here. Maybe that's a good place to start, and then do something new and fun and wrong. And if you would love to share, I have a little WhatsApp group. It's on Patreon. You can join for very, very cheap. You get a WhatsApp link invitation, and you can join the group there and then show us what you come up with, and everyone will be like, woo, you're amazing, and you can all inspire each other, and it's very nice.